everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today is my week to share with you some pocket page inspiration. I'm doing not a traditional pocket page, but I am using photo flaps. And to me, photo flaps are still a photo pocket, so technically this works itself into the pocket page theme that I'm trying to do every month. So this is the week for pocket pages. I'm doing it with photo flaps. The photo flaps I have are from Simple Stories, and I got them from scrapbook.com several years ago, but I'm pretty sure they still sell them. I'm pretty sure they still make them. Although I do think that Creative Memories or Close to My Heart, one of those two, also has something similar. I think it's Close to My Heart, but whichever brand you prefer, go for it. And I'm basing this layout off of one that I saw from an old Scrapbook Cards Today Inspiration magazine, and the layout was done by Jana Eubank, who I remember following her blogs way back in the day. Like, she was scrapbook royalty back then. And then her blog stopped. And I don't know that obviously she's still getting published in the magazines, but I don't know that she's still as prevalent as she was. Maybe she took a break because she had like family stuff going on. I don't really know, but she just kind of stopped the blog, and I haven't really seen much of her online. So it's really great to see her in the magazine and know that she is still finding some time to create. And as always, her layout looked amazing. And it uses the photo flaps. So because I've actually never used multiple photo flaps like this before, I'm trying to stay pretty close to her original layout design. But instead of using all Simple Stories products as she did, her layout was a travel themed layout. My layout is using Echo Park, and it's a zoo themed layout. And these are papers and stickers that I purchased from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I believe, what month are we in? October? I believe this was one of their September kits, I think. Oh, I don't remember, but I'm sure they might still have some available, or they might still have just the paper pack, because you can purchase some of the items a la carte. So I purchased the kit, and then I also purchased the extra paper pack, as well as some Pink Fresh Alpha stickers, just so that I had a little bit extra. And I'm so glad that I purchased the extra paper pad, because if I hadn't, I don't think I would have had enough paper left over to make this layout, especially, just based on all the other paper that came in the actual kit and how much of it I have already used. So it was really great to have the extra paper. So this is a zoo-themed layout, and I have a bunch of photos, obviously, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to use these photo flaps, because I wanted to get multiple photos on a page. And I really liked the way Jana did her design, where she has a photo on the right-hand side of the page, but then the rest of the photos are in the flaps on the right-hand side of the page. And you can kind of see that the layout is sort of bisected into a left and right-hand side with that sort of plaid pattern paper panel that's going down the center. That is cut to, I think, 4 inches, or maybe I did it slightly less, and then it's actually matted on another pattern paper, which I think is 4 inches, because if you're dividing your layout, your 12 by 12 layout into 3 sections, how do you divide 12 into 3? Well, that equals 4. So yes, you have to use math in scrapbooking. If somebody had told me that back in high school, maybe I would have been a little more interested in it. But anyway, so 4 inches across for that panel there. And I didn't measure exactly where it needed to go. I just kind of eyeballed it to get it into the middle. You can be more exact if you want to do that. That's fine too. Now I'm using a 4x4 cut apart. This says Hello Friends, and it's got an elephant on it. Jana used some tags, but I didn't have tags in this collection, so I'm just using that 4x4 cut apart. I did make a little banner out of that giraffe print pattern paper to go behind my photo, which was originally 4x6, and I'm pretty sure I cut that down and matted it. So it probably ended up being more like 3.5 by 5. I can't really remember, but I did cut it down. And that I'm going to tell you so many times, cut down your photos, because sometimes the 4x6 is just too big, and don't be afraid to do it, right? So now I've got to layer up my photo flaps. I'm using 3x4 size. Jana's had also 3x4 size, but she used 4. I only had 3 left, so I guess this means I need to place another scrapbook.com order to get some more, right? So I'm just going to layer up my 3, and it works out fine because I have 4 photos left over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put photos on all the flaps, and then one of the flaps you're going to lift up and it's going to be a photo behind it. The other 2, I'm going to leave room for some journaling, and then the other one is going to be just one of the cut aparts. I'm going to cut down to size. Now here, of course, is where I get very confused. I know my flip flaps, I don't know why I called them flip flaps, photo flaps are 3x4, and yet for some reason I'm cutting down this little journaling spot into 2x3. I didn't mean to do that, okay? So that was a little bit of an oops, but it doesn't really matter, and it's actually totally fine because I didn't have that much to journal about these photos anyway. So having a big journaling spot is like, what would I have put in there, right? They're just photos of animals that we saw at the St. Louis Zoo, and this was a zoo trip that we were on 2 Augusts ago. So these are very old photos, and of course I'm just now getting around to scrapbooking them. Anyway, so I take that 2x3 journaling spot and I put it on a 3x4 pattern paper. And I'm using that giraffe pattern paper, so tying that pattern in that we see on the banner to the pattern that's now on the back of the flip flap. And what I like about these, it's really easy because there's a little adhesive strip. You just peel it off and then you stick it down where you want it to go, and it's easy peasy. Now, I've used photo flaps. I don't know why I want to keep calling them flip flaps. Is there a brand that does call them that? I don't know. But anyway, these photo flaps, I have used them before with actual pocket pages as a way to, you lift up and then there's another photo in the pocket down below. But none of my pocket pages have 2x3 pockets or 3x4 pockets. So I've used the 4x4s, I've used the 4x6s up. So it's really nice that they do come in a lot of styles. But I didn't want to use these I cannot get the measurements right, these 3x4s, because they weren't going to really look good on the pocket pages that I had. So that's why I'm using them this way on just a regular layout. And I will say that I have used, I'm saying I've only used them on pocket pages. I have used them like once or twice on a regular layout, but I haven't actually put them on the layout themselves. Usually I put them on the page protector, because otherwise, how else are you going to flip them out? You have to take the whole layout out of the page protector in order to flip them. So I guess that's what's going to happen here, although I probably should have thought about that as I'm doing this voiceover. I'm like, wait a second, my layouts always go in page protector. So that's just something to keep in mind. Do you want your flaps to be readily available to someone going through your album so they can just flip them as they are going through the pages? If so, you would want to put them on your page protector. So you wouldn't want to be adhering them right now. You'd want to be just preparing everything. And then when you're ready to put this layout into a page protector, you know what side it's going to go on if you care about that kind of thing. And then you can adhere these photo flaps to the page protector. If you don't care, as apparently I didn't here, just put them right on the layout, whatever. And I guess it doesn't really matter that much because you can still see the photos and some of the animals, and I'm adding some decorative bits as well on top of those. But yeah, if someone actually wanted to flip through them, they would have to take the whole thing out of the page protector. But I'm going to be quite honest with you, the number of times anyone goes through my albums aside from me and my child, it's not a lot. Not a lot of people look at my albums. So thanks for watching this video. At least you're looking at it right now, right? And I'm going to tell you, my kid will not want to take this out of the page protector because it doesn't have her in it. She really only wants to see scrapbook layouts that are about her. So that's not going to be an issue for her to flip through this and be like, oh, I can't touch the flaps. She won't care. And I guess I don't care either. So yeah, but like I said, thanks for watching this video and watching this process video. And I hope that it inspires you. If you are liking the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more process videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and leave me a note down in the comments and let me know what you prefer when it comes to these flaps. If you've used them before, where do you like to put them? On the page protector or on the layout directly? So we'll do a little informal poll to see who prefers what. I know that I've watched Shamel do something like this, and she has, I think this is unnecessary, but she has cut a hole into the page protector so that the flaps are easily accessible. They're not on the page protector, but when she puts her layout into the page protector, she will cut a hole so that you can just access the flaps. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm about that. I think that's a little too much work, especially, no thanks. So, but that's another option too, I guess, but it's not for me. That's not an option for me. I'm just kind of going through the rest of the stickers that I have. So the only embellishments that I have with this kit are the stickers. So some of the stickers I'm leaving flat, some of them I'm popping up on foam dots just to give a little bit of extra dimension. And I'm kind of just trying to like build out some clusters and layer up the embellishments as much as I can, layer up the stickers as much as I can. I don't want to use all of them because I do have more zoo layouts from this trip that I need to scrapbook. So I want to preserve as much as I can. Hopefully I'll do another process video of my next zoo layout, so you'll be able to see that. And I hope you come back another time and scrapbook along with me. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.